Shalom. First, I want to say, call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Honors and salutations to you, fellow Akim out there that's out there doing the work of truth, sincerity. Shalom to you all, and Shalom to the Akwaf that believe as well. Um, this is the reason why the so-called black woman is the least desired woman in society. It's because she's unruly. Okay, she's unruly. She don't have any kind of decent mannerism. Yeah, she's just, pretty much a harlot, man. All right. The so-called black woman, which is the woman of Judah, all right, the tribe of Judah. She sets the tone for the rest of the tribe's women, and she's always pushing this thought behavior and this, party, party girl, what they call city girl, atmosphere. They push this behavior onto the rest of the women. Okay, and as a result, you see even the Latin tribe women doing, the same thing. All right, they're starting to come out more and more. All right, behaving like their sisters. All right, of the Southern Kingdom. All right, start with the tribe of Judah. So, Lord willing, I'm gonna play this clip, and Lord willing, it's edifying. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go back. Little booties matter. My son gave me some. I'm my own boss, and I got my own cash. I don't need a nigga. Only thing I need is a bag. Now, courtesy of Angry Man, by the way, and by the way, Angry Man, the scriptures tell you the culture of the so-called or characteristics of a so-called black woman. She's been cursed. Okay. The Lord made her bald head, and she's really, like I said, an unruly woman. Okay. Now, she's bragging about, having her own cash. She don't need no man. All right. Now, in order for her to say that, right, she, all right, has to, be doing well off more than, the man she had that child with. Okay. I don't know if he's the husband or fiance, right? Or what have you. But this is proof that, even the women of Israel are cursed, man. Start with the so-called black woman, okay? All right, this is Amos 7:17. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, all right? And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in the polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. Now, the point is, the Lord told, all right, our people that, hey, your wife, which is the woman, all right, going to be a harlot in the street or in the city, okay? You got this thing called city girls. And what does the city girls do? Well, they live it up by partying and being, harlots, right? Which the word harlot means, a whore. All right, it's no secret that our women are, whores, man. All right, and it's shameful to our nation, man. But this is, this is the result of us being rebellious as a nation, because, the nation of Israel is the Most High's woman. Okay, and because we got out of line with the Most High, and the Most High, punished us by, allowing our women to be, unruly, all right, and to be, and to be harlots, man. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus, all right, chapter 25. Okay, and let me see here. Yeah, here we go. Ecclesiastes 25 and 25. It says, "Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad." And women are totally liberated in the society. And they have liberty to gather abroad and to explore their sexuality. All right, with these different men. All right, they've been put on the pedestal. Like she's bragging about in the video, getting her own bag. Excuse me. Women are put in positions that they should not be in. All right, and a lot of these women are in positions due to wickedness, right? Due to Esau, creating this whole woman worship and matriarch, situation where thinking women can lead or govern. All right, which that's not her position. All right, a woman needs to be at home. All right, and not given liberty to gather abroad to bar hop and also to hop from different men's penises, man. Because that's really what women do in this society, man. And speaking about you know the women of Israel in particular, starting with the lead tribe, which is the tribe of Judah. This is what happens. This is what goes on. See, she don't need no man, right? But the Lord told Isaiah that a man, all right, let me get that a man is going to shelter a woman from troublesome times, pretty much. All right. Isaiah 32:2, it says, "And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest," right? Because men provide protection for women. Okay. She claims she don't need a man, but I guarantee you, when she's in trouble or in danger, who's she gonna call on? A man. All right. When you dial 911, all right, who you think come out to aid or rescue you women? All right, men, police officers, man. Okay. So it says, "And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest," right? Because a man, right, he's a man is made to protect. All right. It says, "As rivers of water in a dry place," and it says, "As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land," right? Because you women can't survive without us. Okay. And this whole misandry going on, which misandry means the hate and contempt for men. And you see that's going on. There's a great hate and contempt for men. All right, and they don't speak about it as much. You always hear the word misogyny, all right, or misogynist, right? But a lot of these women are misandrous. All right, they hate men, but yet a man was made to protect you. All right, a man has virtue, not you women. Okay, that's why women have always been, um, as far as throughout history, you know, their sexuality have been suppressed because that's the main thing a woman has to offer to the world. All right, that's one of the main things she offers to to society is her sexuality. All right, and if she's loosely or being loose with her sexuality, that spirals out of control and destroys her, man. And that's the reason why you look at ancient times, men have always kept their daughters in because they know how important it is to suppress a woman's sexuality, man. Okay. This is let me see here. Matter of fact, what does it say? If thy daughter, right, let me see, bear me 1 second. If thy daughter, you're supposed to, watch over your daughter, man. Okay, yeah, I was on the right one there. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 10, it says, well, let's start a little bit, you know, because this is let me see, this is a heavy chapter speaking about women, you know. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and let me see, it started 7, all right, because Kiki, you know, she's not fulfilling her womanly or wifely duties towards, you know, the guy she had, you know, the son with, all right, but she's out here promoting, you know, this independent thing, all right. Women are not made to be independent, okay. women are women are made to be instructed, all right, by her father and then her husband, okay. So it says Ecclesiastes 26 and 7, and the evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. Yeah, he that had hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. Yeah, because you know that's a woman that's out of control. Okay, you know, you see men out here with, you know, their wives, and she's way more outspoken than he is. You know, he's timid, all right, and soft spoken, and you know she's all, you know, putting off this masculine energy, you know, wild, loud talking, you know, when she's not supposed to be like that. All right, that's a woman that uh run a man away, a real man. All right, and to hear a woman talking, you know, loudly and, you know, loosely with her words, you know, that's very distasteful, you know. All right, verse 8, it says, a drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. And you see this happening with Kiki Palmer. She's out partying, you know, going to nightclubs, you know, like I said, that city girl culture, right? You know, I said that, you know, bar hopping, you know, and when they go to these different bars, they pick, you know, they get in with these different men, swinging from penis to penis, man. That's not okay. Okay, that's shameful behavior, you know. Verse 9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Yeah, because you look at Kiki, right? You look at Kiki, right? When you look close up at Kiki, let's see, let's go back a little bit. Yeah, right there. So right here, I'm gonna hold it right here, right? Let me see. You see them long eyelashes on her, right? I wish I could zoom in, but you know, they wear these long eyelashes, right? Those cumbrellas. That was the original name and term for them, right? Cumbrellas. It was made to catch, you know, men's sperm, you know, from laying with, you know, harlots or prostitutes um, in ancient times. Okay, I believe we go back to France. I believe. Okay, you know, women for hire, which would be a prostitute. You know, she would wear those to protect her eyes from getting, you know, semen in them. You know, so you know, look that history up. All right, cumbrellas. Back in Ecclesiastes 26, it says, verse 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Excuse me. And that's what happens. You know, they abuse themselves with overmuch liberty, man. They have too much liberty, and women always, you know, destroy themselves with too much liberty, man. That's what goes on in the society, and they've been given that power from the serpent, which is Esau, Edom. Okay, the same serpent is beguiling Eve. Okay, Eve was a so-called black woman, man, and to this very day she's being beguiled by the serpent, Esau, Edom. All right, the same spirit in the serpent was, you know, in the garden. All right, the same spirit is in Esau, Edom, because you know, He's the one that's beguiling her, like he did at the beginning in the garden. Okay, very cunning, right? Them are the characteristics of Esau, Edom. All right, cunning, deceitful, right? A deceiver. And he's the one that giving her, this liberty. All right. So it says, verse 11, watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Don't be surprised if she, trespass against you, the boundaries or hedges you set up for her, right? It says she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. I'm at verse 12, Slakia. I'm at verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And that's what women do, man. Like I said earlier, jumping penis to penis. The quiver is what you will put the arrows in. And that's a metaphor for a vagina, which is the pocket you would put the arrows in. And then the arrow, of course, represents the penis. And that's how a lot of women do. They get to drinking and sleep with all these different men. Okay, then when they hit that wall, like they talk about in the manosphere, they hit that wall, about the 29, 30-year-old mark, and look around to my men ain't shit. When it's you ain't shit that treated your own self, with basically you treat your own self, with carelessness. That's the word I'm looking for. Carelessness. Women are very careless, man, and you see it daily. All right, can't blame a man for that. That's your own doing. Okay, so it says, well, that's it. That's it on that. Come on, that's it. All right. Let's grab this other precept. Let me see here. There's another precept in the Apocrypha in Ecclesiastes. It's called matter of fact, it's called the care for the daughter, right? Care for the daughter. Let me see here. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to grab this precept. All right. Let's go to the Apocrypha. We'll go to Ecclesiastes again. All right. Because it's in like the 30-something chapter, I believe, where it speaks about how the father will lose sleep for over the daughter, right? All right, here we go. Ecclesiastes 42 in verse 9, it says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there, man. Because that's true, man. You got daughters, you got to keep an eye over them, man. Okay? Because if you don't set that hedge or boundary and set it hard, they'll go right past it, man. Okay? And you see a lot of, young women totally destroy themselves. All right? High school, college. All right? Them years of destruction, right? Them teens and 20s. And you see a lot of young women destroying themselves because they always, looking to, get into that party life, man. Okay? It says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. Because when your daughter's at the flower of her age, when she start having the menstrual, right? How it happened in ancient times is the father would go out and find her a husband. you look at it, the fact that, you know, there's so many single mother households, man. There's no man around to even show a young woman, or a little girl, all right, the route she should go in, right? She's at home with her mother. She's a single mother, all right, and she's showing her daughter all, the wrong things. Different men coming in and out of the house. This is what these young daughters are seeing. They're seeing their mothers, sleep with Tyrone, Jamal, Jerome, Pookie, and them coming through, right? And she's confused. All right, the little girl is confused. You see, and what she do? She grew up and she take on the same cycle of being a harlot, all right, that she picked up from her mother. Okay, this is why a father is so important, man. Okay, Esau knew what he was doing when he destroyed, Jake families. Okay, because look, throughout this captivity, the main thing Esau has done is, downgraded, all right, the role of the men in the household. See, verse 10, it says, in her virginity, least she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house. And that's a very shameful thing to do, right? It says, in having a husband, least she should misbehave herself. And when she is married, least she should be barren. All right. So you're supposed to, guide a young girl. All right. Or I should say it this way. A young girl needs to be guided, all right, and taught the right things growing up, all right, that are womanly. She's supposed to see examples of, womanly duties, womanly behavior, all right, from a woman that's, married or having a husband, But in society, you rarely ever see that, man. Okay, you rarely ever see that. All right, verse 11, it says, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Because, you see it, man. When the woman's a hoe, the whole neighborhood knows she's a hoe. What do you think these terms like thoughts and, oh, she's a runner, meaning she get down, or she'll bust down, right? Jake got all kind of slang terms for women that are loose with their sexuality, man. Okay. And then to get you a bad name as a father, because everybody know your daughter, and everybody know your daughter for all the wrong reasons. All her business are out in the streets, man. See? It says, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Yeah. Oh, that's so-and-so rat ass daughter, rat meaning the hood rat, right? It's short for hood rat. And this is the so-called culture of you so-called black women, man. This is why the Lord put the curses upon you as well. Okay, let me get the curses, man. Gotta get the curses. Isaiah 3:16 says, moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab. And let me stop right there. The daughters of Zion is pertaining to you women of the southern kingdom, namely. Okay, start with this, the women of Judah, all right, the head tribe, women. Okay, it says, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. And that's what's been done, man. All right, you've been stripped of everything. Okay, that's why you see the so-called black woman. She's all made up, with those eyelids, fake hair, all right, makeup. Yeah, she's getting the BBL, right? You know, because she have to try and make herself look attractive because she's lost that attraction. Okay. Now let's jump down to verse 24. It says, I'm gonna get to the point. It says, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there should be stink. And a lot of them, you deal with them. I've dealt with them throughout, down through the years, right? Coming up as a young pup. But I've dealt with, the women of the Southern Kingdom, and they don't know how to cleanse themselves. All right, a woman should be smelling sweet. A woman should smell good at all times. All right, you look at the ancient women of Israel; they always smelled good. Okay, it says, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there should be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well set hair, baldness. Right? Why do you think the so-called black woman is bald head? The Lord did that, man. Okay, that's a curse that the Lord put upon her. That's why he bought all these wigs. That's why the hair industry, all right, for just for so-called black women alone, all right, the so-called Chinese, man, they make billions, all right, billions, all right, several billions of dollars off of the weave or just hair industry, man, from those hair weaves, wigs, right? It says, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. Yeah, they wear horror attire, man. Little skimpy clothes, little rags. I mean, they're nothing like they used to be. All right, hey, you better believe, man. From all the tribes, women, they would dress, very very lovely. All right, very pleasantly. All right, you look at old pictures. Even in hardcore slavery, they would still wear like long dresses. They wasn't wearing the things they were wearing now. You walk down the street now, you see a woman hold secret parts, man. You see their breasts all out, cleavage. The vagina shaped through the spandex or leggings they wear all the time. Little skinny shorts, right? You see women out here with a bikini and fishnets on. Women didn't dress like that in the ancient world. Women were covered up, man. They were covered up. You see a Syrian woman. All right, you see a woman that's from the so-called Middle East, so-called Arab woman. How they fully covered up. That's how women were dressed, man. That's how women's supposed to be dressed. Okay. It says, and burning instead of beauty. Yeah, but you speaking of beauty, man, the so-called black women, the last thing talked about. Okay, the women of Judah are the least desired women on earth. That's why the men of Judah are getting with the other tribes' women, namely the Latin, so-called Latin women of the Latin tribes, all right, or native tribes, all right. Or he's getting with Becky, he'll get with Becky, man, or go get a Moabite woman, man, Ammonite woman, all right, Ishmaelite woman. They're not even dealing with the so-called black women, man. That's why the passport bros are going abroad to find women that are feminine, man. See, and you better believe when all hell break loose, this whole independent thing gonna go out the window, man. That's when the women gonna, especially so-called black women, you're gonna realize how much you need a man in that day. Okay. Right now, you got this independent attitude. You're all stuck up. You got the haughty looks, and you don't need no man. But like I said, Hey, when all hell breaks loose, you're gonna need a man. You know. You think Kiki gonna say, "I don't need no man when all hell break loose"? Hell no. She gonna run to a man. She gonna wish that dude that she had that son with was around to protect her, and you know, in her time of trouble. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And in that day, it's talking about Jacob's time of trouble. This is before the kingdom. Okay. See, when you women are out there catching hell, man, you're gonna run to a man, all right? Because a man's gonna be more precious than fine gold. Okay, let me get that real quick. Let's go over to the 13th chapter of Isaiah. The Lord said, "You're gonna make a man more precious than fine gold, man." Let me get that. Speak about Babylon, all right? Because you go to the top, Isaiah 13 and 1, it says, the burden of Babylon, all right, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. So it's talking about Babylon, which is America, all right? Now we're going to jump down to verse, where did it go? Verse 12, yeah, kind of. Jump down to verse 12, it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Excuse me. Even the man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And that's how precious a man going to be. When the men of Israel that are, you know, excuse me, that's talking about, you know, men of Israel that are men of the Lord, all right? Going to be more precious than fine gold, you know? Any women that don't have a man, know what's going to happen to you? Well, it speaks about that in the same chapter. Let's go to verse, let's see here, verse 16. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. So when all hell breaks loose and you don't have no man to protect you, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be ravished. See? You're gonna call to mind that you know you you independent, right? You don't need a man, right? So keep that same energy when all hell breaks loose. All right, because Jacob's time of trouble is near. All right, and you're gonna need a man, like the scriptures say. A man is gonna be a hiding place, all right, from the wind. The wind represents destruction, or I should slack it. The wind represents the hail you're gonna catch, man. Okay. So keep that same attitude, Miss Kiki. Right? We not go back to it. Don't keep that same attitude, you know. When all hell breaks loose, she gonna wish she had a man, but she ain't gonna have one. Guarantee you, cause she's totally proud, man. Totally proud. You know, talking shit on stage. You know what the scripture saying in Proverbs 9:13. Let me get that before I close. Proverbs 9:13, it says, "A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing." See, and that's what she's showing herself to be, a foolish woman, man. She's just talking shit, even in performing on stage. You're supposed to be performing, you know, your music, but she got within their music talking shit, you know, about men. Okay, which most of them do that shit anyway, you know. If I'm being honest, right? That's just the truth, man. A lot of the songs you women make, it's all geared towards downing men. Okay, yeah, it's crazy, all right? Downing men, but the crazy thing about that is you're down the very same, you know, thing that you're gonna need, which is, you know, a man in that day of trouble. All right, again, It says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Right? For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city. To call passengers who go right on their ways, because they're looking for some guy to get entangled with, to commit adultery with, right? Because Yahweh Shah said it best, that this is a adulterous generation, man. All right, women lose their virginity and go crazy, go jumping from rod to rod, man. All right, he says, whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she said to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Yeah, because she wanna do some wicked, by getting with these different men, seducing these men, not just a man, men. Okay, that's what they do. Verse 18. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell, in the grave, man. Okay. A lot of guys lose their lives over these harlots, man. Fighting over these harlots, killing each other over these harlots, man. When they don't belong to any of you, really. They for the streets, man. So, just be careful, man. You brothers out there, be careful, with dealing with the so-called black woman, Yeah, that's a lot of trouble, man. Okay. And there's some trouble you can avoid, There's other women to deal with, So with that, I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Till next video, I want to say shalom.